I'm experimenting with the word use, y'all. Shout out to Gang Stalking Simulation. I've been watching your channel like a crazy person. I don't agree with all of the things he says etologically. We're opposed in some views, but you know, on the front end of things, you know, in the physical world and, you know, the general tactics of gang stalking, he's definitely one of us. He definitely knows what's going on, and I just don't think everybody is, and I might be wrong on this, you know, chipped and nano-botted yet. Important wording, yet. And I can be definitely wrong about that. I just haven't seen any good enough proof. I could be wrong because they, you know, it's doable. I just think that, you know, I personally think they don't have it done because they live in the same atmosphere as us. You know what I mean? That's one of the things. Anyway, not going against the man. He's just said something Ravenclaw in one of his videos, and I've never heard of this one. So I thought, oh, I bet he's talking about a, what's it called? Microwave weapon or something. Turns out it is something like that. So let's have a look here, because you can see that video. I want to read this article first. So it is for electronic warfare. If the electronic warfare planning and management tool... Wait, is this the same thing? Yep. Alright, let's read some of this. Intermittent or laden DIL environment. This means it doesn't depend on a host server, interesting, or external data, but rather can function on its own with last known data and real-time feeds from sensors providing electronic support to do its work. That's very dangerous, because if it's not on a server, it's less hackable, less trackable, right? It's essentially air-gapped by the sound of it. Air-gapping is, you know, not being connected. The Ravenclaw does a lot for us. Let's see, what does it do? Change their enemy. Oh, you're able to help feed your S2 and validate or help them change their enemy's situational template as to what they believe would be the most likely or most deadly course of action. Also in real time because of the real-time actionable intel. RF signatures are not affected by temperature. In desert heat or Arctic cold, they are ever present. Anyone using radios will have a signal footprint in any environment. All this technology we have for sensing emitters. We aren't the only ones that have it. Some future potential projects. It's important to have that, said Shuyan. Things move so fast, you need to have that kind of information sharing relationship both in your cell and with the intelligence shop and operations shop and your fellow targeteers in the fire shop. And they set up all kinds of shop for us. Because, you know, when you're born with a birth certificate with capital letters, you're property. Mobility is kind of the thing we do. Yeah, mobility device for sure. All programs. Alright, so this hasn't given me too much information. Let's see what this other person's video, someone's made a video on it. There's not much information about it. Look what this shit goes into. Harry Potter stuff. I hate when that happens. It's like, sometimes I swear they purposely name things for that reason, to hide it behind hashes of like something stupid like cartoons or a movie or something. This looks interesting. Just sitting up. Hold on. Yeah, so Raytheon is the company, right? Mobile aerial battle management against human targets. Various frequencies for exact human anatomy targeting. Biofencing alarms. Even the flutter of an eyelash is signaled on a targeted individual. Holy shit. Even the flutter of an eyelash. Interesting. Used from cell phone or laptop without a host server. So there it is. Yeah, thanks DB from Gang Stalking Simulation. I never knew about this device. That's very interesting. Recently I showed the Stingray device, which is a hacking device. Anyway, let me close up on this. So you can use it from cell phone or laptop without a host server or reliable network connection. So my boat's rocking, so I'm trying to keep the video still, but it's hard. I'm not out of space, you've got to be kidding. Right, let's keep watching. It's got 18 minutes on the video. So look, there's the frequencies or something for the brain, skull. Yeah, for sure contract stalking exists, for sure. You know, I find it funny we can't find out, you know, the people who are in the richest organisation in the world, that Vanguard company. We can't find out who's on the board. So I don't know why we can't hear this shit. Oh, hold on. My whole tab is muted.
I am always watched. My swimming pool is on.
Wait. Wait a second. I've got to shut down some other tabs. Alright.
TV. I am radar waved on my head while swimming. I have seen myself on his TV. These evil neighbors have convinced my neighborhood to harass and stalk me. My neighbors have stalkers accusing me of assault repeatedly. In 2017, I was accused of aggravated assault by trying to run over a child. Not true. In 2018, I was accused of a hate crime and assault. Not true. In February 2019, I was accused of disorderly...
Not a TI channel, other random videos, I was just looking.
...early conduct. Not true. In July 2019, I was accused again of aggravated assault in a grocery parking lot. Cameras proved in every instance that absolutely nothing happened. That is how...
Yeah, that's what I'm sick of. People always just make shit up about me, and that gets you on lists, and that's why I've had so many planes and choppers after me.
How far these psychopaths will go to frame people. My injuries are consistent with those of direct energy weapons. I have bioeffects of being assaulted with radar waves for 15 years. One injury I have is that of damage to the inner ear, tinnitus, and hearing loss. I require 2 hearing aids now. I have seen Dr. Hoffer in Miami. He examined the American diplomats who were hit with similar weapons. Dr. Hoffer understands what direct energy weapons could do and how they work. I want to ask you, why is it that one doctor is sworn to secrecy for fear of his license being revoked? And why is it that my next door neighbor, who is a psychopath, is a doctor who is pointing this weapon at my ears with impunity? On Friday, May 3rd, 2019, I went to the Holiday Inn Express in San Mateo. I started getting radar wave assaulted about 2 minutes after I walked into that room. I started investigating. My phone began to crackle each time I passed a certain closet door in my room. I noticed that there was a radio wave geofence around the bed. A geofence is an electrical invisible fence that alerts when there is movement crossing it. Something like a dog fence on a human. That's what they do to us. We're no better than dogs. And by the way, dogs are awesome. An electrical invisible fence that alerts when there is movement crossing it. Something like a dog fence on a human. That's what they do to us. We're no better than dogs. And by the way, dogs are awesome.
Remember, we just read about that in this article. It said the fencing.
It was vibrating on the floor, under the bed, and all over the bed. There was a door in my room.